Today's video again about Fisetin, but I present my own opinion and result of work with scientific literature. So I highly recommend to download the presentation as PDF file from the link below, and then read it and follow the links to get to the references, and also to understand maybe more the use of Fisetin, because this substance has many controversial opinion in the internet. So again, some people say it is useless, but I use Fisetin both as senolytic and both as antioxidant, so you can find my conclusions in the end of this presentation. Presentation is relatively long, so be prepared. As I said, better download and read it carefully as PDF file. So again, in hyperactive malignant cells, which include cancer cells, senescent cells, and cells infected by viruses, aerobic glycolysis is the main method to produce energy in the form of ATP and NADH molecules. This is so-called Warburg effect. Glycolysis in the cell cytoplasm generates energy by converting glucose to pyruvate. Aging leads to stiffer blood vessels and reduced oxygen supply to tissues, which is called hypoxia. Hypoxia triggers anaerobic glycolysis in healthy cells. So you see aerobic, anaerobic glycolysis is different, but we will see it in the next page of the presentation. So chronic hypoxia leads to mitochondrial dysfunction, increased reactive oxygen species production, and oxidative stress in cells, potentially transforming normal cells into cancerous and senescent cells. You see this slide that what is the difference? That for healthy cells, anaerobic glycolysis go with low access to oxygen. So mostly, and the energy produced by this process, glucose is transformed to pyruvate, and then to lactate. But in tumor cells, aerobic glycolysis go. It means almost the same, but about 5% of the energy is produced by mitochondria. You see, it's about 5%, not much. It's here 5%. You see here tumor 5%, and the rest is going by transition of glucose to pyruvate and to lactate. Okay, the suppression of electron transfer chain, which is the process in which mitochondria creates ATP in aerobic conditions, is the one mechanism in which hypoxia can lead to increased reactive oxygen species generation. When oxygen levels fall, the electron transfer chain is inhibited, resulting in accumulation of electrons that can react with oxygen to create reactive oxygen species. The increased generation of this ROC, reactive oxygen species, during hypoxia can result in oxidative stress, which is a condition of imbalance between ROC production and the cell ability to detoxify them. Reactive oxygen species have the ability to harm biological components such as lipids, proteins, DNA, and mitochondria. Okay, you see this is diagram of the mitochondria membrane. This is the outer membrane, this is inner membrane, and you see that in these proteins or steps, electron chain transfer, electrons generated in production of H2O, hydrogen peroxide is going, for example, and so other reactive oxygen species. Senescent cells, senescent cells release the signal molecules, which are called senescence-associated secretory phenotype, SASP, causing local inflammation and increase in collagen production by fibroblast cells and stiffening of the extracellular matrix. The acute senescent cells in healthy and young bodies orchestrate their own elimination by secreting senescent-associated signal phenotype, SASP, which also attracts different type of immune cells, in particular macrophages and stem cells. Macrophages move to the inflamed area, eliminate senescent cells, and destroy excess of collagen. Okay, here we see that senescent cells in healthy body, it is has a lot of positive functions, but if it is already old aging body, then senescent cells are actually producing a lot of damage. It goes to chronic inflammation and even to cancer and etc. etc. So you see, it is really you cannot say senescent cells are always bad. In young body, it is good because they improve healing of wounds where it is cannot find. Okay, but they improve. Yeah, here, accelerated wound close. Okay, here aging. However, aging mammals experience chronic extracellular matrix stiffening in all tissues due to mechanisms such as destruction of elastin fibers, the replacement of elastin by collagen fibers, and the cross-linking of proteins by sugar molecules in the reaction of glycation, with the creation of advanced glycation end products, AGE. Despite the fact that glycation reaction are very slow at high concentration of sugar in the blood, the rate of creation of glycated proteins is higher than the rate of breaking them apart. Then cross-link collagen accumulates over time in extracellular matrix. This actually extracellular matrix consists of this collagen frame and its other substances. External manifestation of extracellular matrix stiffening include loss of skin elasticity, wrinkles, and sagging skin, as well as blood hypertension, a reduction in vital lung capacity, nocturia, and loss of muscle elasticity. Okay, so you see it is schematically presented the glycation reaction. They cross-link collagen and with sugar molecules, and then all the extracellular matrix gets stiff, not losing its elasticity. The danger of this process is that above a certain level of stiffness, extracellular matrix, healthy cells spontaneously convert into senescent cells. Migration of macrophages becomes increasingly difficult in the stiffening extracellular matrix, resulting in an increase in the number of senescent cells in aging mammals. As the number of senescent cells grows, the concentration of SASP produced SASP signal molecules rises with age, leading to chronic tissue inflammation and further increase in extracellular matrix stiffness. The exponential increase in the number of senescent cells in tissue creates a vicious cycle which eventually leads to self-intoxication, high inflammation, and eventually to the death of the aging organism. Okay, so you see here that again cross-linking of extracellular matrix and excessive production of collagen make the extracellular matrix stiff, and then immune cells cannot migrate through the stiff matrix. So then, and not to mention that immune system is not as efficient in aging body as in young organism. Okay, why I telling this? Why I telling this is to give you again understanding why we're aging, why our longevity is limited, why we die, why we're getting develop all these diseases and with age. Okay, this is what is this, and then we can go. Then we'll eventually go to the role of Fisetin to slow down this aging. Okay, according to experts, an increase of extracellular matrix stiffness with age cannot be avoided or reversed, limiting human life expectancy to 100-120 years. The standard American diet, which is high in carbohydrates and vegetable oils as primary energy sources, causes premature aging and accelerated stiffening of extracellular matrix. Carbohydrate consumption raises blood glucose and insulin levels, causing glycation reaction to speed up and collagen fibers to cross-link with sugar molecules. A ketogenic diet can help slow down the rate of glycation, but not to reverse it. Yet, in my opinion, the extracellular matrix stiffening can be reversed, and I am working on it. I have a project which is not yet supported. I do it on my own, And if everything will be good, so I will share the results with other people, with humanity, and then I believe it can be a revolution. But I see quite good improvement in my health already now with this project going. So again, and Fisetin is not the way to reverse extracellular matrix stiffness, but yet it is important, also part of my additive pack, supplementing pack. Okay, it is not only extracellular matrix stiffening we should be concerned with, but also the oxidation of lipids, which is accumulation of so-called advanced lipoxidation end products, ALE. These advanced lipoxidation end products result from, they produced from the non-enzymatic reactions between lipids or fats and sugars, carbohydrates, in the presence of oxygen. Advanced lipoxidation end products are orders of magnitude more dangerous than advanced glycation end products, as they cause damage to cellular membranes and proteins inside the cells. However, it is important to prevent or reduce the formation of Therefore, it is important to prevent or reduce formation of this advanced lipoxidation end products by enhancing the antioxidant defense system and avoiding exposure to oxidative stressors. Some natural components that can be that have been shown to inhibit or scavenge advanced lipoxidation end products are carnosine, curcumin, Fisetin. Okay, you see here Fisetin starts to be used, quercetin, and vitamin E. Okay, so you see that again we have a big reason that why our body is losing functionality. It is stiffening of extracellular matrix plus accumulation of this lipoxidation end products in the body and change in the functioning of the all cells. So this is both. So extracellular matrix gets stiff and cells itself accumulate this lipoxidation end products, and they lose in functionality. Both this and that are dangerous, and even oxidation of fatty acids is even more dangerous, and as opinion of the people. But again, Fisetin is good at least for this part of aging. Okay, so Fisetin will not reverse, or at least not be radically reverse stiffening, but it will fight this oxidation of lipids. Okay, what else? Again, advanced lipoxidation end products can modify structure and function of proteins inside the cells, leading to loss of enzymatic activity, altered protein-protein interaction, impaired protein degradation, and aggregation of misfolded proteins. Again, these waste products accumulate inside cells. Imagine, so we don't have enzymes to break down this advanced lipoxidation end products if they are already inside the cells. Fisetin will not help actually, or will help not so much. We need something else. This is what I'm also working on. So, okay, for example, advanced lipoxidation end products can inactivate catalase, an antioxidant enzyme that protects cells from hydrogen peroxide. Advanced lipoxidation end products can damage DNA, induce mutations, genomic instability, apoptosis of healthy cells, and they can alter the fluidity, permeability, and composition of cell membranes, because they are getting to the cell membranes or as part of the phospholipids, and then all membranes are not functioning. So this is affecting membrane-associated processes such as signal transition, ion transport, and cell adhesion. Advanced lipoxidation end products can activate inflammatory pathway and induce the expression of pro-inflammatory cytokines, chemokines, and adhesion molecules. Again, so and your guts, for example, develop so-called leaky gut syndrome because of this advanced lipoxidation end product. Be careful. It is again one, or maybe it is a more important part than stiffening of the skin, but okay, both are that's making us weak and old. Studies have reported that long-living animals such as naked mole rats have higher proportions of saturated fatty acids in the cell membranes compared to shorter-living species. Saturated fatty acids are less prone to the creation of advanced lipoxidation end products, which may help to maintain the structural integrity of cell membranes and protect against oxidative damage that can contribute to aging. On the other hand, shorter-living species or species with high metabolic rates might have higher proportion of the polyunsaturated fatty acids in their cell membranes. Or these polyunsaturated fatty acids, especially omega-3 fatty acids, are more susceptible to oxidative damage and have to be avoided, in my opinion. Again, you see that this why I try to make my own research, because the conclusions what I draw from this research are different from the official viewpoint. I do it absolutely different, and my vision of the aging is different. My vision, it has many aspects, but stiffening of extracellular matrix and accumulation of this oxidated polyunsaturated fatty acids is the main causes of our aging. Okay, so and consumption of these vegetable oils, which are high in this polyunsaturated fatty acids, even fish oil is actually deadly for us. Don't do it. I mean, in some small amounts, but you have to be really careful and combine these oils with vitamin E and other antioxidants. And Fisetin is one of the antioxidants which improves alleviates the danger of the polyunsaturated fatty acids. Okay, again, now we're coming to Fisetin. So you see the big picture, why we're aging. Now we're coming exactly to Fisetin. What we can do, should we include Fisetin in the package of supplements or not? I do it, and I have my opinion that, yeah, you can use it. Again, in the end of this presentation, I will tell you what I'm doing. So again, it's my opinion, not official opinion of medical professionals. Okay, Fisetin is flavonoid found in certain plants that possesses various biological actions, including antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties. It inhibits energy production in malignant cells. This by blocking glycolysis in the cell cytoplasm. Okay. So, and again, hyperactive cells, they use this glycolysis, anaerobic or aerobic glycolysis, but Fisetin is blocking it, okay, blocking. But again, it's blocking at high concentration of Fisetin and not at low concentration. And Fisetin reduces wrinkles and smooths the skin by enhancing the elasticity of extracellular matrix. This is a little bit, I don't understand mechanism how it does, but okay, maybe maybe it is as antioxidant, it is reducing these reactions of sugar molecules with proteins in presence of oxygen. Fisetin combined with melatonin is very well-known antioxidant also, has shown increased anti-cancer activity compared to Fisetin alone. Maybe for skin topical application, combination of Fisetin with melatonin and some maybe fat, because they have to be suspended or dissolved in fat. In fact, it is Fisetin dissolves in fat more than in water. So again, it's probably it is a way to fight the skin aging. But I don't know about. I didn't do any research on it. So it is probably yes, because animal models show that it can improve the elasticity of skin. Okay. Additionally, Fisetin has shown potential as a senolytic drug, eliminating senescent cells and reducing chronic inflammation, but in large doses. Okay, large concentration, not at small concentration. Two subjects. two ranges of the fisetin intake. Small, that's below like 300-500 milligram a day. It is okay. It works a little bit increasing. It works as antioxidant, but at large doses and taken intermittently, I will talk about this later, then it can be used as senolytic drug. Okay, let's go. Okay, as you see, chemical structure of fisetin, it is very much similar like quercetin, but somehow fisetin is much more efficient than quercetin. I don't say that don't take quercetin. Combination of both can be good, and this is other flavonoid which is combined with some sugar molecules, but okay, this you can get as powder. And berberine, another antioxidant and another anti-cancer cancer subject, and also the substance reducing sugar level in blood. So all this stuff is helpful. Okay, traditional fisetin was extracted from Eurasian smoke tree and used as yellow dye in China, for example. Yes, this is the smoke tree. Again, it can be used as powder. It's not very expensive. Why to use in food? Why to eat like strawberry? It is, in my opinion, absolutely stupid. But okay, whatever. Let's go through them. Fisetin improves mitochondrial function, promotes hair growth. This is what I was talking. Enhances vascular endothelium function in elderly mice. Decreases cellular senescence, scavenges excess of reactive oxygen species, and boosts bioavailability of nitrogen oxide for blood vessels to dilate. Fisetin treatment of wild-type mice at larger age regulates these signal molecules, ASP, and extend mean and maximum longevity. Yeah, so again, in humans, again, it can extend, but at special conditions, not just, it is not magic pill. In obese mice, fisetin inhibit metabolic degenerative illnesses associated with chronic inflammation, particularly tissue fibrosis and insulin resistance. Intake of fisetin has also been shown to improve heart function, decrease the generation pro-inflammatory cytokines. This is relates to SASP, and prevent harmful arterial fibrosis following an acute myocardial infection in rats. Again, so it keeps this extracellular matrix a little bit more elastic. So because again, these reactions of with sugar molecules slow down the reaction of the glycation of collagen, and also production of excess of collagen by fibrocytes. Okay, fisetin reduced the rate of aging in a subset of mouse and human adipose tissue cells in the laboratory conditions, of course, demonstrating cell type specificity. Again, if it is senolytic, it is not working on all senescent cell. It is tissue specific, also tissue specific senolytic drug. Okay, this you have to remember. So fisetin works as senolytic in laboratory cell cultures with less toxicity than some existing senolytics such as navitoclax, which has hematological toxicity. Some toxicity of fisetin in high doses is known from the publication, you can check, but actually recommended doses are far less than that toxicity. Fisetin and quercetin both belong to flavonoid class, but fisetin is more effective at killing senescent cells and cell structures. Quercetin actually almost not specific to, as cannot be used as itself, not in combination with other drugs. It cannot be used as senolytic. But okay, so fisetin can be used, especially in combination with quercetin. And in animal studies, intake of fisetin destroys 25-50% of senescent cells, depending on the organ and method of the measurements. that therapeutic dose level is high in absolute terms, and we would expect, as we would expect from flavonoids, because again they have low bioavailability and a very short half-life time in serum. Fisetin at concentration 200 micromole inhibits the breakdown of glycogen into glucose phosphate and glucose, and as well conversion of glucose to pyruvate and lactate formation. Okay, you see it is blocking anaerobic and aerobic glycation. Okay, this is important. This is again important how it works and how it is good to be used to kill these malignant cells, which include senescent cells and cancer cells. Okay, then that is, Fisetin supplementation suppresses production of energy in malignant cells. You can read in details. Fisetin inhibits cell proliferation and induces apoptosis in human gastric cancer cells by increasing the generation of reactive oxygen species. Again, this has to be understood that this happens at high concentration of Fisetin in blood. Okay, so it's not low. In low, it is opposite. It works opposite. It works as antioxidant, and that antioxidant does not increase lifespan. Never. You take other antioxidants; they don't work as lifespan not for lifespan extension. It is also created, it also increased cell superoxide generation. Again, you see it is at high concentration. At low concentration, it works as antioxidant. Fisetin shows cytotoxicity in human oral cancer cells through increased production of reactive oxygen species in the mitochondria of these cancer cells. In healthy cells, Fisetin increases mitochondrial ATP production by activating the electron transfer chain complex 1. But again, for this you need two conditions. One condition, you need supply of oxygen, and second, you need ketogenic diet. So because glucose can be transferred to, I mean, with glucose you can get energy by anaerobic or aerobic glycolysis. So it is, again, following ketogenic diet is important, to my opinion. Okay, according to the Mayo Clinic protocol, women should take oral Fisetin at dose of 20 milligram per kilogram of body weight 2 days in a row with 1 month break in between. And for males, a little bit more is needed because the prostate gland absorbs it so well and so fast that you need to add at least 500 milligram or more for 100 kilo of weight. So it will be 25 milligram per kilo, or approximately 1.5 grams, yeah, of Fisetin. The limited bioavailability of Fisetin is a drawback, and also then to improve bioavailability, so it is getting from guts to your blood not so efficiently, not so easy. So it can be improved by certain oils, because Fisetin dissolves in oil. It is lipid, I mean, it can be dissolved in like coconut oil, olive oil, and fish oil. Again, I don't think fish oil could be a good idea, especially if you buy it in capsules. Forget about capsules. Okay, you can eat some fatty fish, ocean fish, but not in capsules. Sardines, for example, yeah, not bad. Okay, almost 10-fold enhancement in oral bioavailability of a food-grade formulation of Fisetin with fenugreek fibers. Okay, was reported in this publication. Again, it works, again, but there is no details how they do it. I believe that they combine powder of fenugreek seeds with Fisetin and maybe treat it with some water, because fenugreek seeds, they produce some gel-like substance, and Fisetin is dissolved in this fiber, in this substance. Then it stays longer in the guts and slowly release, slowly get to the blood system. But I believe, again, If you take large doses of fisetin, don't take them at once. It will be no help. But the doses per day would be the same, but take it in a few doses along the all day. Okay, this is my opinion. Again, I do it with myself like this. So I don't take large doses at once. No, I separate. I divide them into few small portions and then use it along the day. Okay, in clinical trials, regular consumption of fruits, berries, and vegetables as a source of fisetin every day for 20 months, or regular every day, or by cycling 3 days on, 11 days off for 20 months, so the same, so this or that, did not result in any increase in the median or maximum lifespan of humans. Absolutely so, and it is so evident. I mean, this test is absolutely crazy. Why people do it without any idea how fisetin is working? Absolutely no idea why we're aging. What should we do? Okay, but okay. Why the negative result was demonstrated in these trials? First, fisetin does not work in combination with standard American diet. If you get most of calories or most of energy from carbohydrates, forget about extension of your lifespan. Forget about this, okay? You will be, you will live maybe 65 years maximum, or maybe 75 if you have good medical service, medical care. Okay, second, adding to the diet fruits, berries, and vegetables as a source of fisetin has a number of drawbacks. Fruits and vegetables are promoted as sources of vitamins and fiber by any doctor, okay? Everywhere. Fruits, eat vegetables. Yeah, okay. In fact, fruits and vegetables are poor sources of vitamins, and those that are in this plants are of low biological availability. Forget about fruits. Again, also I was doing farming in Thailand. I know how much farmers use some chemicals. It is so much saturated with chemicals, with toxic chemicals, that it again never do it. Never. If you buy organic, yeah, maybe it is organic in Germany, for example, but it is much more expensive. And again, why? It is not source of vitamins. It is source of so-called fiber, which is of no help for you. Okay, but again, it's my opinion. You do what you want. Additionally, the fermentation of pectin, a fiber found in many fruits, results in the formation of large amount of methanol, which is poison, toxic. It is in addition to chemicals which are toxic and already inside and outside the fruits and vegetables. Recently, it has been said that fructose is the most toxic of all sugars. Fructose in fruits and berries is more active than glucose in glycation reaction. Yeah, it is much more active. Okay, so if you have a glycation reaction and stiffening of the collagen and stiffening of extracellular matrix because of sugar is a source of fructose, but more fructose even in sweet fruits and berries. Yeah, it significantly increases reactive oxygen species generation in human umbilical vein endothelium cells. You can read the publication. People say it is toxic. Fructose is toxic. Its excessive consumption leads to intestinal epithelium barrier deterioration. It is leaky gut syndrome, so-called. It is yet possible to eat maybe up to 5 grams of natural honey. Maybe, but not more than this, and not from fruits. Okay, forget about fruits. My opinion, forget. So a diet rich in fruits and berries as sources of fisetin, would it extend longevity? Absolutely not. It will damage your health. You will die sooner. And the trial which people did, this confirm it. Fisetin is obviously good, but if you combine it with fruits and berries as a source of with fructose or American diet, okay, no result. You're wasting your money and you will die maybe even shorter time. Okay, however, intake of powdered fisetin, which is can be extracted from some trees, according to the Mayo Clinic protocol, demonstrated elevation of frailty and inflammation in group of 40 women older than 70. Yes, fisetin is helpful. Okay, it is good. Okay, fisetin demonstrated the highest activity and selectivity as senolytic drug in mouse experiments, as I was talking about this, at least in adipose tissue and subcutaneous fat. From out of the 11 flavonoids tested, this includes resveratrol, luteolin, rutin. Rutin is almost the same as fisetin, but yet fisetin is better, because rutin has two sugar molecules in addition to fisetin. So, and also some gallate and curcumin. I cannot read this. Apigenin, catechin, and etc. etc. So all these many flavonoids were tested. Fisetin is the best from these flavonoids as senolytic drug. Okay, as senolytic drug, not as antioxidant. Fisetin inhibits the release of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as this TNF and the IL-6 and the transcription factor NFB. Okay, this is again, you can learn about this. This is a part of the senescence-associated selective phenotype which senescent cells produce. Okay, several days after taking the medicine, like fisetin, the concentration of these pro-inflammatory indicators decreased. And because half-time of fisetin in serum is less than 3 hours, it is obvious that these advantages are not dependent on the presence of fisetin in the blood, but can be explained by the elimination of senescent cells. Okay, you see that no way, if you take large doses of fisetin, in 3 hours it will be all removed with your urine. Yeah, why to separate it to small doses and take maybe every 3 hours, or I mean, at least in few portions during the day. But it is again, we are talking about high doses, not half gram per day. It is much higher doses. Fisetin has senolytic activity in mice and human tissues at large concentration, but due to its low bioavailability and short terminal half-life is approximately 3 hours, fisetin is not as effective as confirmed senolytics. Okay, there are senolytics which have very high bioavailability and they stay for days in your body, then of course they work better. Fisetin is not as effective as confirmed senolytics, and even taking high single dose up to 5 grams of fisetin, the effect of rejuvenation and chronic degenerative diseases is not achieved. Again, you don't be crazy, don't take it in one large dose, it is not working. Not working in large doses, it will be just removed from your body. Long-term use of fisetin at doses of about 5 mg per kilo of weight, or that is about 300 milligram per day for a 60 kilo person, improves health. It was proven. Yeah, so small doses, 300 milligram, maybe half gram per day. It's okay. It's okay. Fisetin absorption is improved by certain oils like coconut oil, olive oil, and in vitro and in vivo. Combining quercetin with fisetin has a substantial synergistic impact on human breast cancer. No adverse effects have been reported even when high doses of fisetin and quercetin are taken together. Okay, you see that again. If you take a protocol of intermittent intake of the doses fisetin and quercetin maybe together, maybe with some other substances, then it is good. It is good. It has almost no side effects. Adjuvants, or that is bioenhancers, can improve the bioavailability and efficiency of drugs, vitamins, nutrients, and toxins. Many traditional spices are bioenhancers. For example, cumin and star anise, parsley, cloves, anise, black pepper, long pepper, cardamom, fennel, garlic, turmeric powder, and ginger. The fruits of long pepper are widely used in folk medicine for coughs, bronchitis, and asthma, to reduce muscle pain and inflammation, as a sedative for insomnia and epilepsy, as a tonic or hematopoietic agent, as a remedy for the formation of blood clots, and as a cholesteric agent and means of inducing menstruation, as a contraceptive and abortifacient, as a remedy against tuberculosis. Okay, again, you see, why the one paper? One paper is especially good, better than others. So I use one paper a lot in cooking, and it is much better than just black pepper or white pepper. It's really good. Long pepper fruits are rich in essential oils, resins, and alkaloids. On a dry matter basis, long pepper fruits contain 1 or 2% of piperine and 3 to 5% of piperine longumine. This is special substance which is really helpful and good for health. Piperlongumine is one of the few natural foods that have been shown to have the ability to selectively kill senescent cells. So piperlongumine itself is an senolytic drug, okay? And the advantage of piperlongumine are in its low toxicity and high oral bioavailability. Both piperine and piperlongumine inhibit the growth of cancerous cells. The properties of piperlongumine in studies summarized in the review, you can read more. A relatively recent publication, and they are also suppressing cross-linking of collagen and creation of advanced lipoxidation end products. Okay, this is better you use it. Better I use it in cooking almost every day. Those who are thinking about including fruits of the long pepper in their diets should keep in mind that senolytic dose of piperlongumine necessitates the consumption of large amount of this long papers, papers. According to the publication, 500 grams of dried long peppers can yield up to 14 grams of this piperlongumine. The toxic dose for 70 kilo per person is 8 grams of piperlongumine or almost 300 grams of dried long pepper powder. Okay, this is all. You can consume 300. When the dose of long pepper powder is less than 6, even less than 6 grams per day, or this is 5% of toxic doses, serious bowel problems develop. Again, you cannot consume even 16 grams of long pepper, but few grams is okay. However, the black and long pepper powders can be used as adjuvants to increase the bioavailability of other natural senolytics such as berberine and fisetin and quercetin probably. Okay, so you see piperlongumine, again, why I say fisetin is senolytic, but it needs high doses, and maybe it is already price will be limit its use as senolytic, but if combined with powder of this long pepper, why not? It works again, it's easy. But I will talk a little bit later about this. As a result, the active substances in black and long peppers, that is piperine and piperlongumine, can increase the bioavailability of other natural substances that may be senolytics. Okay, I use it, right? I use these powders, yeah, in capsules to improve bioavailability, not only fisetin but other substances too. Specifically, a combination of black and long pepper powders with fisetin, quercetin, and berberine may reduce treatment cost and help to avoid side effects. This is what I'm talking about. Even if you buy powders, not in capsules, or if you buy the substances as powders, even then it is about almost 100 American dollars per kilo. So you will save money. A little bit, not much, but yet again, some saving. And again, this piperlongumine is from long peppers. Long peppers are very good for cooking. Absolutely make delicious food. The intake of fisetin has been combined with other antioxidant means, such as following a ketogenic diet. So you see, fisetin itself, if you don't change your diet, if you follow standard diet, forget about extension of your lifespan. Forget about this, okay? It's my opinion, okay? But you can do whatever you want. If you change to ketogenic diet, even better carnivore diet with the use of animal fat as source of energy. So it is ketogenic, but carnivore diet with a lot of protein also. And if you practice intermittent fasting, regular physical activity and exercise, with all these conditions, the intake of fisetin will help. Okay, but yet conducting research and developing recommendation on the composition of substances as well as protocol for intaking them are required. Again, I have my own opinion. It is yet developing time. I try this and that. Fisetin certainly works, and so in small doses and intermittent doses, both. Okay, fisetin has a number of biological actions in the human body, including antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties. So again, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, it is for small doses and everyday use of fisetin. Anti-cancer properties and senolytic properties, again, this is large doses, a special protocol. In a zebrafish model, fisetin promotes mitophagy, inhibits the buildup of damaged mitochondria, and reduces generation of reactive oxygen species by mitochondria. Fisetin is doses of 300-500 milligram per day for human of about my weight, it is 70 kilo, possesses direct antioxidant activity as well as ability to enhance intercellular levels of glutathione, okay? The primary intercellular antioxidant. So if you take some powders like supplements to improve production of glutathione, yeah, very good. Combine it with fisetin, but not much because it's again in large doses. It is working not in oxidant but pro-oxidant. Okay, it is using different. Okay, however, for the use of fisetin as senolytic drug kills. It's already getting high concentration. We have to follow recommendations and protocol of the Mayo Clinic, and we have to use Mayo Clinic propose doses 1.5 gram per day. Okay, if you're a healthy person, you can try to increase. And then again, and even with increased doses or small doses, don't take it only once. Take it separated in small portions, like 300 milligram, and distribute it along the day, every 3 hours, like this. So if you use it 2 days in a row, 2 days or maybe 2 days during some weekend, and then 1 month break in between, this is necessary. So again, if you take large doses, then don't do it every day. Even if you are rich and can buy a lot of fisetin, don't do it. Again, combine this fisetin with long paper powder and with coconut oil, whatever other sources of fat, animal fat. And it is, again, my opinion, it is important to fast these days, or at least follow the strict keto diet with intermittent fasting without intake of other supplements. Okay, without ketogenic diet, nothing will work, nothing. Especially if you use this protocol of Mayo Clinic, and if you want to kill the senescent cells, the only way is to get fasting 2-3 days during this protocol, or maybe consumption of energy, follow only ketogenic diet. All energy should be from fat, no carbohydrates at all. Then only then you can eliminate senescent cells and cancer cells. Okay, and this can be done intermittent. Every 2 days. It is. I used this. Now I didn't try it for long, but I saw a good impact. So my energy was much better, and especially important, especially useful for prostate gland inflammation. If people in age of 60 and above, almost half or even more develop this prostate gland inflammation. Why? Because senescent cells accumulate in the prostate gland, but Fisetin is specially selective to kill senescent cells in prostate gland. Okay, so this is the way. This is easy way. I'm not medical expert, but I tried on myself. Works perfect. Other senolytics may be even better, but they have side effects, and I am scared to use it. Maybe once a year I will use it, but Fisetin you can use every month, 2 days. It's easy. It has to be easy. Okay, so you can go to references here or in the description. So I hope it will be helpful. Again, I don't do. Don't follow some popular websites or opinion of some other opinion on the internet. I believe that this is not helpful. I do my own research. I read publication. I try to think, and that I also test on myself. Does it work or not? So this why I believe my channel is better, because I'm myself 66 years old. And I'm full of energy. I follow this protocol. It helps me a lot. It helps me a lot to be, especially with prostate. I was getting many problems related to dementia and also to prostate gland inflammation. It is gone. It is gone. Sometimes I feel so much energy. It is like a little bit, maybe too much, because it is some joy, even some. I love to live. I want to live to 1,000 years and to stay young. So I hope I will get it eventually, because I see the appearance is improving. Not quick, because as we age slowly, rejuvenation should go slowly too. But okay, but it works. Okay, thank you for watching this video where I share my personal opinion. Again, I am a PhD in physics, not in medicine. I am not a medical professional. Don't rely on my opinion. This is what I do on myself. I make experiments on myself. If I do some rejuvenation for myself, it works. But will it work for you or not? I don't know. Or will it work or not? I don't know. It's actually okay. This my goal is to get radical lifespan extension to 1,000 years, to live forever young. No, not 1,000 years for young. And this video is only for educational, informational purposes. I just explain how my project goes, and it does not replace any medical advice. Again, I never, last 20 years or longer, I didn't use any medical advice, and I'm not going to use, because I find that if I do my own research, I understand it better, and I try to follow medical advice, like eating more fruits and vegetables. It was a disaster. It was complete disaster. So eventually I gave up, and I follow strict carnivore and ketogenic diet. So much better, so much more energy, so much less fat, and okay, whatever. And again, in time I'm looking better and better, younger and younger. Even hair on my hair on my head, little bit returning, getting darker, and some other on my body also. I don't see. I see less of gray hair on my body, and brows, etc. So it works. It works. But again, it is not easy. Not easy. And slowly. What is the main drawback? It is going very easy, but it goes. Okay, I am not a medical professional. Consult your doctor before making any decisions that may affect your health. If you follow my advice or my opinion, it is completely your responsibility. I am not taking any responsibility. I just give you some information, share information from my project. You're supposed to pay, actually, to participate in my project. If you want to support my project, okay, at least do something. Okay, do something. Again, my opinion may or may not agree with official recommendations, so please do your own research and to be informed. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. It helps me. It really. This is what you can do. I mean, you ask question. The same like I used to work with students, and students ask question. Good, smart students ask question. And when I try to answer, understand the matter more, and I go, just my brain gets a motivation to work. So it is very helpful. And don't forget to press button like and bell to get subscribed. Get subscribed to my channel and share this video. Again, if a number of my clients will work, then hopefully I will get better support for my project. Again, up to you. My main goal is my own rejuvenation, my own extension of lifespan to 1,000 years. Many people don't want to live too long. Why? Because they suffer a lot. And even if they don't suffer from health, there are a lot of things disappointing them. Okay, but I love life as it is, with all problems, with all disasters, and I yet accept it as it is. Okay, this is important, to accept it as it is. Okay, your support means a lot. It will help me. Maybe it will help to make more people healthy. Maybe not live 1,000 years, but at least to live 120 years. Why not? It's okay. Have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.